friends, this is Melody from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. I did the video on what I was going to do with the 2 chickens. Well, I just picked all the meat off of it. Not too bad, but they were a little bit on the small side. I might have to get 2. And this is all the carcass and everything. So I just brought up my stock pot. The first thing I'm going to get started now on the next step, which I just saw a piece of meat, is I am going to get this, put it in here, and we're going to start some stock. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I put it in my stock pot, which there's a weird shadow on my stock pot currently at the moment. I put both the carcasses and all the bones in there. There's the meat, and I have this stray little bag of just onion, papers, carrots, whatnot. And I am just gonna dump that in there. I saved some of my scraps to use for broth, so it's gonna come in handy now. And I will cut up a little bit more celery. I have celery in here that I want to use up. I'll put in a couple more carrots, and I'll put in probably a really big onion, and then I'm going to cover this in cold water. And that is, well, I might do a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. And I'm going to put, let me see, some parsley, some rosemary, and some thyme, onion powder, garlic powder inside the stock pot, cover it with water, and I'm going to let it simmer. And that is how I make my stock. I will then drain it all off once it cooks or whatever. And then I'm going to see how much I get. And at that time, I'll bring you back. Because the first thing I'm going to turn all these scraps into is chicken broth that I'm going to want to can. So that is going to be step number 2 after picking all the meat off the chicken. Now, because it's nighttime now, it's 7:28, I am going to put this meat in a baggie or a bowl and just put it in the refrigerator, and I'll deal with that tomorrow. I want to get the carcass and all the yum-yums inside the pot and get the chicken stock going. So yeah, that'll be the next step. I just wanted to show you it real quick. There's my whole stock pot. There's carrots, onions, thyme, rosemary, garlic powder, onion powder, bay leaf, Vidalia onions, big chunks of carrots, and celery is all in the pot. That will be the stock. I did clean up. I had to wash Jean's pan that I used. And now I'm going to put this chicken away and dump the liquid from off the foil into here. So let's just hope that this does pretty well. I'm probably going to let this go. I'm going to start it now, and then I might turn it off before bed. We'll see. But okay, so that's what the stock looks like currently, and I'm getting ready to turn it on. Just wanted to come back on, give you an update. I added everything I needed to add. I told you that. I left it come to a boil. I just stirred it, and now I turned it down to, can you see that? Low. And now I will let that simmer nice and slow. Most likely, it's 8:33 here now. I will let this simmer for quite a while, and it is looking and smelling delicious. So I want to show you how the chicken stock is doing. It is just, I mean, it came to a boil. It's been simmering for quite some time. I'm trying to tell if the carrots are soft, whether or not I can drain this. So what I'm thinking about doing is I washed 3 quarts and 3 half pints to get some stock to pressure can. And I want to use some of the other stock to make food, like chicken and vegetables, less the noodles. I can put chicken meat in it, so I'm going to have to go down and get some more jars and probably start straining this, and then I might actually let it put all this stuff back in again and let it come up. What I think I'm going to do first So I might have to get some more half pints. This is just my idea. I'm going to fill it with chicken. And then I'm going to use the broth when I strain it to go over it. And then I want to get up some chicken stock. So that'll be 2 things. And yeah, so I'm going to have to go down the basement, get some more jars, wash them. If you know, I've been having problems with my bowl lids. I checked these to make sure there was no discrepancies in the orange because I'm buying them by the case and I've had some defective ones coming out. So the broth is looking really good. Let me see if this will work. There we go. It's looking really good. My chickens are going nuts out there. So I'm figuring I could strain some. I feel like this could cook some more. So I'm going to let this continue cooking while I go get some jars and the pressure canner and try to get a game plan going on here to pressure can some of the broth. So I have chicken, well, the stock. So I have chicken stock, and then I want to fill some jars with the chicken meat that I picked off. So I can just have some of the chicken meat, and I will probably pour some of the stock over that. And then I'm going to try to turn this into another meal, which will be chicken soup, less the noodles, because you can't pressure can that. So that's where I'm at. Just wanted to come on and show you real fast. I'm going to have to take this down. This has been just sitting here. I had to label it the sausage, ham. Stay tuned for this video. I did some chocolate muffins, chocolate cake. 2 of them. I have 1 more to write on. So I got to get this down the steps. If you know, I'm in a boot and I can't really get up and down the steps very well. So I took my boot off just so I can go down the steps and carry this and carry a case up. So yeah, I'm going to have to go get another case of jars. I think I'm just going to grab a case of pints and I'm going to wash them and then I'll bring you on back. Okay, everyone, so let me show you what's going on because I didn't turn the camera on. I showed you the broth. I strained some of the broth off. This is the chicken that came from the 2 oven roasters. I did chicken and broth, 4 of them, pints, and I just took them out. They look really good. And now in the canner right now, I have 2 quarts and I think 5 or 6, maybe 7 pints of broth going in. And then right here is, right here is my chicken stock. My next batch of chicken stock is in here. I'm just letting this slowly simmer, do its thing. And then I'll end up with the chicken meat out of here. And let's see, what was the next thing I wanted to do? Okay, I'm going to make chicken soup to be able to can. So I'll be using this broth and any of the chicken after I strain this again. And I'm sure I'll have more chicken broth. So this is the second batch of chicken broth. The first batch of chicken broth, I got a little nervous. I didn't want to double decorate. For some reason, my lid wasn't locking right, so this one's out. I just put this on. And I have pints and I have quarts of broth inside here. So far I had gotten a meal last night. I made like roll-ups, quesadillas with chicken. I did the oven roasters. I made quesadillas, chicken and broth. Well, the stock. Chicken stock. Now I'm on my second chicken stock from the carcasses with the meat in there. I'm going to let that just continue to simmer. And then I am probably going to take, I'll strain it. I'll use some of this chicken stock and turn it into chicken soup to be able to can and maybe some more stock. So yeah, that's what's going on today. Sorry I didn't turn on the camera for you to watch me put the chicken, some of the chicken from me straining, doing the first strain, I put inside pints and they look really, really good. Thank you, Pam. Pam's such a doll. She helped me out greatly. And now I'm slowly bringing this up to temperature to do chicken stock. So 2 quarts are in there, and I think 7 pints are in there. So that's what's going on. And yeah, I'm going to wait for that to get done. And then I'm going to figure out this whole thing. Because I want to be done with chickens today. This is day 2 of chickens. But there it is. So that's what's going on. And I guess I'll bring you back when I go to do anything further with that other full pot of chicken stock, and there's more chicken in there. We'll go to the next step. So I guess hang tight. Okay, so there is my beautiful chicken stock. Just came out. They're pinging, doing all kinds of things. So 6 pints, 2 quarts. I have that one to get in, and I have all this to go, and I'm going to make some chicken soup. So I would say that was a total successful day. Thank you all for following along. I'll bring you back when I go to make the chicken soup. I don't want to make this video too long, but there's the broth. The chicken broth looks fabulous, and I'm going to get more chicken broth and chicken soup out of it. So far, those 2 chickens have done pretty well. Chicken meat and broth. Here's the broth, and I just have to keep going. So stay tuned to see. I'm probably going to get more broth out of there, and obviously I'm going to leave broth in there because I'm going to make chicken soup, less the noodles, so I can can it. And then I have big batch of chili coming up to pressure can. So love you all. If you haven't subscribed here, maybe think about doing so. Like, share, and I will see you on the next video, everyone. God bless. Friends, let me explain what's going on. So you saw that I did the oven roasted chicken. I did that. And then I ended up making some chicken quesadillas. Then I did all the chicken and the broth that's here right now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6 of the pints, 2 of the quarts of chicken broth. I have 7 quarts of chicken broth in the pressure canner. I have this much broth that's left, and I just picked all the chicken out of the stock pot that I just washed and cleaned up. And now I'm going to end up doing some onions and some carrots. And let's aim for, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to aim for 4 of these wide mouths, or whatever, maybe 5 jars of chicken soup, because I have a whole turkey, so I can make a lot of turkey soup out of that. I don't have to worry about making turkey broth, so I think that that would be better. I went through this. I'll have to go through it again and make sure there's no bones in it, but I am shooting towards a few of chicken soup, less the noodles. So I'll do carrots, onions, the chicken, broth, and be able to put that up. And that is what's going on. So that's how much is left from the broth. That's 2 rounds of broth, which I think is amazing. And we'll get some chicken noodle soup out of that. And yeah, I just wanted to show you what was going on. I'm just waiting for my thing to stream fully before I set a timer for 10 minutes. But I wanted to basically come on and let you know. So 2 rounds of chicken stock. Look at how gorgeous the chicken looks. All this chicken in the pint-sized jars. Now I'm going to do some chicken noodle soup, and I made chicken quesadillas. Sorry, I didn't turn the camera on for that. So that's not bad for 2 frozen young chickens that, as I was saying before my phone just shut off, that's not bad for the 2 smaller young chickens that I purchased at Sam's. So that's going to be the meals. I will show you the chicken noodle soup when that is done, and we'll see how many that I get. And then we're going to move on to turkey. I'm going to actually be making big bulk chili to can up. And then I'm going to do, I don't know the exact size of my turkey. I have to take that out of the freezer, get that thawing. Today is Thursday. And Jane left to go to the mountains for the weekend. So let's see if I can get the chicken noodle soup, the big batch of chili, and turkey soup with some turkey in the jar, all done within a matter of, I guess, 2 days. So it's only been 2 days of me doing chicken. So yeah, just wanted to come on and let you know what's going on. That's the container. That's how much chicken I got out of the broth. And I'm going to cut up some oranges. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cut up some carrots, onions, do some flavoring, salt, pepper, and I will show you the chicken soup, less the noodles, because you can't pressure can it with noodles. And I'll show you what that looks like. Hey friends, I thought that I was going to be ending my video, and I did not. This is the chicken soup that I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A beautiful looking homemade chicken soup. So that is going to be a wrap on all the canning that I got from 2 little young oven roaster chickens. I got 2 batches of broth, chicken meat in a jar, which is over here. Let me show you. There's the chicken meat in the jar, which looks glorious. That's what I picked off the bird. Extra jars of chicken stock, 2 quarts to that. And then I did all these quarts last night, and I did the chicken noodle soup and got it all done. So when I thought I was ending my video, I forgot to put the ending on. So that's a wrap. That was 2 days worth of cooking, preparing, and preserving the 2 chickens that I roasted in the oven. I got 2 batches of broth out of it, which looks fantastic. This one I did last night, so it's still, you know, they need to be cleaned. And the chicken noodle soup, I did some pints, wide mouth, I guess, pints, and they look fantastic. They just don't have the noodle in it. So I'm done. I'm done with all the chickens. That's how many meals you can get out of it. I did, it's like a chicken quesadilla, but I rolled it up and I didn't record that. I did 2 stock pots of chicken broth. I did the chicken meat. I picked off the bird and covered it with the homemade chicken stock. Lots of chicken stock. And this was late last night's episode. Look at that. So good. So good. Homemade chicken soup. You cannot go wrong with that. And I got, what did I say, 10? 10 of them. Yep, so there they are. And that will officially end my, how many things can I get out of 2 small roaster chickens? And I think that that was pretty successful. So that ends the chicken. And stay tuned, because I'm going to do some big bulk chili coming up, and maybe a turkey. So now this is officially the end of my video. I wanted to show you what that looked like. I didn't bring you along for that. I didn't get done till late last night. Today is Friday, and you know I've been working on chicken for 2 days. And I needed to let these cool, so I wanted to show it to you this morning and wrap this video up so I can get this out there to you and edit it. So I love you all. I hope that you are pleased at everything that I got. And I'm amazed by the chicken noodle soup. They all sealed. I just am leaving the rings on. Then I will wash the chicken soup and this other broth. I will label it and then put it up. So you can't go wrong with some good homemade chicken noodle soup. And then put the noodles in a Ziploc airtight container or a Ziploc baggie. You would boil them on the side, open this up, and then in a pot, and then dump your noodles in. So there you have it. I did good. I will say so myself. I got more than I anticipated, including over there. And stay tuned for chili. But I love you all. I hope that you have a blessed Friday. And I will catch you on the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you're new here and maybe you have not subscribed yet, again, maybe think about doing so. I am trying to prepare things that are in my freezers and get them out. So I have chili that I need to get done and a big turkey. So that's it. I'm Melody. Love you all. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.